15% yield, 17% yield, 89% total return since launch. These are 3 ETFs that are taking off right now in 2026, and a lot of people aren't even talking about them. Many people talk about SPYI, QQQI, and even tspy. So why are not everyone talking about these? Because they're brand new. And the crazy thing is, they're fundamentally pretty good with some good companies, and maybe they could be one to add to your portfolio. Today, we are breaking down 3 option ETFs that are starting to soar, and they could be one to add to your portfolio. Hey guys, my name is Steve, and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. Today, we're talking about 3 option ETFs that are starting to soar, and maybe they could be something to add to your portfolio. Now, when we're talking about option ETFs, we're talking about covered call ETFs. And we're also talking about maybe some ETFs that not only use covered calls, but they use a different strategy. Now, there are different strategies out there like selling puts, like buying call options, maybe even some credit spreads. Those are all different option leverage strategies that companies are using with these underlying assets. We're going to be talking about 3 of them. Now, these 3 all have different strategies. They all track different indexes, and they could be put in your portfolio. Now, they all have risk, and because all of these things do have risk, just make sure to do your due diligence. Take a look at and ask maybe a financial advisor and see your own research to see if this one could be something to add to your portfolio. Now, I'm not saying these are the best. I'm not saying these are the worst. I'm just saying, these are starting to soar right now, and they could be something that you may want to look at. So let's dive in. Our first ETF is going to be MLPI, which is the NEOS MLP in Energy Infrastructure High Income ETF. Now, this is an ETF from NEOS. It was recently launched in the beginning of December of 2025, so it is brand new. Now, it does have an expense ratio of 0.68%, just like many of the other NEOS ETFs, so it costs $68 for every $10,000 invested. Now, with this ETF, it does have around a 15% yield, and so you're getting anywhere between 14 to 16% yield, just depending on the month, depending on how their options are going. And this one takes a look at different energy infrastructure companies. And so it's investing about 80% of its assets into North American infrastructure for energy. So that means we're talking about pipelines, storage facilities, and processing plants. These are all parts of the energy sector. Now, if you were to look at an energy ETF like XLE, you have seen that energy sector right now is starting to soar. Now, XLE is over 22.75% year to date. So that means energy sector is doing really well. We have seen this with a lot of different ETFs that have energy in them. Like SCHD is up 15%, HDV is up 13%, and these have large energy sections of their portfolio. And so if you are looking to make maybe a little bit of income and have a little bit of portion of your money into energy, well, MLPI could be an ETF for you to add to your portfolio. Now, this ETF is like all the other NEOS ETFs. It sells out of the money, covered call options on the underlying assets. It has 1256 contracts, which allows it to have 60% long-term capital gains and 40% short-term capital gains. It is going to return some capital, and so that's going to help with your tax efficiency. And this is also just a great diversifier. So if you have a lot of different, like the S&P 500, maybe a growth ETF, well, this one is like an energy portion, and this could provide income, and it can also provide some great diversification within your portfolio. All right, now let's dive into ETF number 2. Everyone's looking for different income streams. They're looking at stocks, bonds, crypto, and even real estate. Now, what if I told you there was a better way? A automated Amazon or Walmart store that's not ran by yourself, but ran by other people. And the cool thing is it's performance based only. So basically, if you make a profit, well, they make money. So if you don't make money, they don't make money. This comes to our sponsor of today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Lemons Express. Now, Lemons Express is a company that is helping to set up Amazon FBA companies, Walmart FBA stores. And what they do is they source and wholesale products like Colgate. They look at Dove soap, maybe even some Nike socks. And these could be added to your store where you can sell it on Walmart or on Amazon. And the cool thing is, they wholesale this, they run it, and you collect the money. And then you pay them for if they made a profit. So that's the cool thing about this. I set up my own store and my stuff flew off the shelves. I have to now like rebuy and continue to stock my shelves, so then I will continue to make money from the store. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I set it up, they helped me through it. They even showed me everything that's going on. They threw in some spreadsheets, and you know what? And it was such a simple, hands-off experience that I thought I just want to share with my audience. So if you want to set one up for yourself and talk with Lemons Express, I'm gonna leave a link in my description and my pinned comments to talk with Kyle, one of the co-founders. He'll explain everything and help you with any questions you want. Take a look at the link and let's get back to the video. Our next ETF is gonna be chpy, or chpy. This is the Yield Max Semiconductor Portfolio Option Income ETF. Now, if you know anything about Yield Max ETFs, some of them haven't done well. Some of them are also looking at more of a synthetic leverage upon their portfolios, and like I said, they haven't done well. And they will boast a huge yield and then should burn. This ETF is a little bit different. Now, chpy does own all the assets under management, so it's not synthetic. It is a part of the semiconductor kind of portfolio, so it's got anywhere between 15 to 30 different semiconductor stocks within this portfolio. We're talking about Nvidia, Broadcom, we're talking about ASML, Lam, we're also talking about Micron. So there are some great companies within this portfolio, and what they are doing is they're not only selling covered calls, they're doing a call credit spread. Now, a call credit spread is a option strategy, which means it sells a covered call on some of the assets at one strike price and buys a call at a higher strike price in order to make sure it doesn't have such a capped upside, but also it has a capped loss as well. So you're making money in both ways. And so what it's doing is it's a little bit different. It's not just buying ways selling covered calls. So it's not a covered call ETF. It's just an option strategy ETF. Now, this ETF is kind of a big deal right now. It's been around since April of 2025. And since April of 2025, it has had a massive amount of rate appreciation. So the 1 year performance, basically from April till about now, has been around 33.55%. Now, the total return since that time is over 89%. So that is including dividends reinvested. And so the yield is anywhere between 30 to 45%. The website and YieldMax says about 43, 44%. But right now the yield is sitting anywhere between 31, 32% just because of how the market is doing. Now with this ETF, you're not just getting monthly income, you're getting weekly income. So what they're trying to do is first of all, they want to make income. Secondly, they also want some price appreciation in asset accumulation. And so that is their strategy on creating this ETF. Now, is this ETF going to do the best? I don't know. Is this ETF going to be around as long as it is? I don't know. UMEX has had some bad luck with some ETFs, and so I wouldn't put it past them to actually come out with something that's a little bit different than the way they've been doing before. So this could be a great ETF to add to your portfolio. It's got a great yield, and it's got a great sector as in semiconductors. I mean, I have talked on this channel about SMH, SOXX, and PSI. These are three great semiconductor ETFs that I've been doing. They did about 60% last year alone, and they continue to grow and grow. Now, if you want a piece of that semiconductor, plus you want income, chpy could be a great ETF to add to your portfolio. Now, some cons, of course, it's a high yield, so we don't know if that yield's going to continue to last. It's got a high expense ratio of 1.03%, so it's a very high expense ratio compared to others. But if you like that total return and like that yield, this could be a great one to add to your portfolio. Now, since it has been around since April 2025, it's done pretty good in that time period. And even year to date, it's about 9.68, 9.7% year to date in price appreciation with about a 16% total return. So this one is doing pretty good in 2026. It's been soaring high in 2025, and it's one that you could keep on your radar, check and see if it continues. Some people are a little bit hesitant, some people continue to buy, but it's up to you. Make sure to do your research, and let's get on our next ETF. Our next ETF is going to be tdaq, or tdaq, which is the Tap Alpha Innovation 100 Daily Income ETF. Now, this ETF is a little bit different than the others. It tracks just one asset, and that is QQQ. So it owns QQQ as its portfolio. So that is a NASDAQ 100. So if you want exposure to the NASDAQ 100, tdaq could be the one for you. Now with this ETF, you are getting about 17% yield, and these are selling cover calls on the assets under management. But the difference is they are using a 0 DTE strategy, which means 0 days to expiration. So what they'll do is they'll sell a cover call on it daily, and they'll allow theta decay to accelerate throughout the day and let it expire or close early, just depending on how the market's doing, and then they'll collect the premium from that. Then they'll give the premium as distributions to the shareholders every single month, and that's around a 17% yield. Now with this, you're getting expense ratio 0.68%, which means it costs $68 for every $10,000 invested. This one is quite new. It's from September 2025, and you're getting a pretty good ETF that's got a high yield, it's got high growth, and with volatility within the market, that means probably volatility means more money possibly in your pockets. Now this ETF does have about 120 million, maybe 140 million, depending on when you watch it, with assets under management. So it's a newer ETF with a newer company. Now, if you're looking for exposure to the NASDAQ 100 like a QQQ, and you want some income on that, well, tdaq could be a great one to add to your portfolio. It's an interesting strategy where it's selling 0 DTE on the assets under management, and so you're getting some of that kind of the possibility of not having so much upside. So with a choppy market, this could be a good ETF to add to your portfolio. Now, if QQQ were to soar incredibly really fast, this could possibly lose some of that yield, but right now the market's quite choppy, quite volatile, and so this could be a good one to add to your portfolio. All right, guys, we just went over 3 up-and-coming option ETFs that possibly not everybody's talking about. We have MLPI, we have chpy, and tdaq. Now, these are 3 interesting newer ETFs on the market that are providing some great income, providing kind of exposure to different sectors. Like we have the energy, semiconductor, and even the NASDAQ 100. These are 3 different ones, 3 different strategies, and these could be all added to your portfolio. Let me know in the comments, do you own any of these ETFs? And what are some ETFs that are soaring high that you have noticed and I have not? Let me know in the comments of some great ones, and maybe I'll make a video out of it. All right, and also take a look at some of my cover call rankings that I did up here, and I'll see you in our next video.